Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be creating a card with the Peony Celebration die set. This is brand new from Spellbinders, designed by Yana Smakula. So here is a look at that Peony Celebration background. Now this is a die, it's a two-piece die. The first piece creates kind of a shadow or background layer, and then that main piece that I still have on my magnet sheet is going to create the outline and the inside pieces for my flower. Another thing that I'm going to be using today to create my card is the Let's Celebrate sentiments. Now these are BetterPress plates, so I will be digging out my BetterPress for this. I also am going to be bringing in the Essential Diamonds. I thought it would make a great focal point to set my flowers on. And then I have the Mini Everyday Sentiments set. This is actually a Glimmer set with coordinating dies to die cut out my sentiment strips. I'll explain more about my sentiments later on, but first I'm going to take some white cardstock and I'm going to die cut this out. So this is just the frame and the inside pieces. It's all in one die. I will not be using the shadow layer. I'm using my Spellbinders Platinum 6 die cut machine to die cut this out. And I'm also going to die cut it out from some brushed gold cardstock. From each of these pieces of cardstock, most of the pieces stayed inside, and I noticed it when I die cut it out, even multiple times with different weights of cardstock, is that the inside pieces stayed in place. So really for the brushed gold, I want the outline, but for my white cardstock, I really want all of those pieces to stay in place. And you can leave it white, you can color them up, you can use Copic markers or watercoloring. I'm going to be coloring my image using some ink blending. So I'm going around and just kind of using my craft pick to poke out those areas so you can see how both of the pieces stayed in place. Now for the white piece, since I will be doing some ink blending to add color, I flipped it over and I'm going to use the Best Ever craft tape to hold those pieces in place. I don't want those to accidentally pop out. So I'm just ripping off some pieces and making sure that my yellow tape is not poking outside of the outline. For the brushed gold piece, now those I really do just want the outline. So I will take my craft pick and I am going to poke out all of those inside pieces. You could do a die cut inlay technique if that is what you prefer, but I really love how all of these pieces stay in place and I can just add color to the white die cut piece. I don't have to worry about going through and lining up or poking out all of the inside pieces. Everything kind of stayed there for me. So this is how it's going to look once I'm done when I add my color, but it also looks gorgeous just on the white cardstock, adding that gold outline. To add my color and do my ink blending, I am going to be using a small blending brush and also my guava ink. So this is the lightest of the two colors that I had picked out. Starting with the guava ink, I'm starting in the middle of the flower and I'm going to blend out in a circular motion. I want this to be fairly light. I do want the color to kind of touch all of the pieces, but I want it to be fairly light. I'm also going to do the other flower that's there. It's kind of a smaller one. Again, starting in the middle and just lightly blending out to add some softness or just that soft color gradation to the petals. And then I'm going to bring in a darker color. So this one is cherry. Again, I'm going to start in the middle because that is where I want my darkest area to be. And again, blending out, but I'm not going as heavy-handed as I go further out towards the edge of the petals. I really want this to be soft on the outer edges, but I do like the intensity and the vibrancy of that darker shade right in the center. So after I finish off my ink blending, I'm going to bring that outline piece in and you're going to see how beautiful this looks with that color in the inside. And then we have the gold leaves. If you wanted green leaves, you could die cut that outline from white cardstock and you could color it up, you could ink blend it, you could die cut it from colored cardstock and just trim off those pieces however you prefer. But I really do love this brushed gold. I think it adds kind of a classy touch to it. So I added some liquid glue behind the leaves and all the small outline parts, and I'm placing this over my ink blended areas. The liquid glue in these fine tip bottles works really well for this because it gives me a little bit of time to kind of move things around and make sure that they're all completely lined up. I thought using a shape to really draw your attention into the focal area would look really pretty here. So I brought out my essential diamonds from Spellbinders. I played around with the possibility of adding it to a white die cut diamond, but something I'm trying to be better about is using my colored cardstock. I feel like I just don't use it enough. So I am bringing out this light pink cardstock that I thought matched really well with my pink flowers. So I am going to take that, I think it's the third largest diamond, and die cut that out. I also die cut one diamond out of white so I can layer those together later on to kind of add that stability behind my shape. Now I'm going to work on my sentiment. So I am bringing out my BetterPress LetterPress, and I have this small sentiment. This one's going to say happy birthday. I love the skinny sentiment because it still has a sentiment, but it's small enough where it's not going to overtake the design. So I place that on my panel inside of the grid lines. I do have some porcelain cotton panel here that I trimmed down to a small strip because I don't need a lot. I just have a small sentiment here. And I'm going to ink up the sentiment in a twist and turn motion using the black BetterPress ink. So I did secure my cotton panel down using some best ever craft tape. I flipped my plate over and I'm going to run that through my Platinum 6 die cut machine so I can get this letterpress sentiment. So at this point, you could just trim this out with your paper trimmer, but I really like the beveled edge and kind of the finished look that a sentiment strip die provides. So I went through, dug through my stash, and I found I think this one was the mini Everyday Sentiments collection. It's actually a Glimmer set, but it has these dies in there, these flag dies, flag sentiment strip dies. I found one that matched my sentiment, held it down with the best ever craft tape, and then I ran that through my die cut machine and it trimmed out my sentiment in just this perfect little banner. I did trim out an additional piece from white cardstock that I can layer together with my liquid glue. I do end up putting foam tape behind most of my items a lot of times, but I do love having that little bit of extra stability using an extra piece of cardstock. I'm playing with the arrangement of my card. I have the pink diamond with white cardstock, which looks very classy and whimsical, but I decided I wanted to, again, change this up. I don't use black cardstock enough. It is very striking. You would think I would use more black cardstock because I do love a vibrancy on my cards, but I don't usually reach for black. So I decided today I would use the black cardstock. And here I also have some additional pieces of the flowers and the sprigs that I die cut out of that brush gold cardstock. I just trimmed them out so I can kind of tuck them and fill this in a little bit more. Now, before I get too settled on my arrangement, I am going to add splatters. I have this splatter white watercolor from Spellbinders. It's brand new. It is absolutely fabulous for white splatters. I've used this a few times kind of on my own off camera. I mixed it with a little bit of water and I'm going to splatter this onto my background. And if you are looking for a great white splatter, this is definitely it. Now, when you open your jar of white splatter, it's going to look like they didn't fill it all the way. That is the way it's supposed to be. They have a video over on their YouTube channel that explains the white splatter. So be sure to head over and check this out. Now, I am going to dry my panel with my heat tool. I was trying not to smear any of my splatters. I did end up smearing it. I'm totally fine with that. I have a card panel that I'm scoring at 4 1/4. So I will be creating a side folding card base. This is going to be an A2 size card front, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I reinforce that with my bone folder, and then I usually will take a piece of Post-it tape, roll it up, and put that in the inside to hold my card shut. I'm adding tape runner to the front, and I'm taking my black panel of cardstock, and I'm going to add that over my tape runner. This is, I think, where I smeared my splatter, which, like I said, I'm totally okay with smears. Now I'm taking some foam tape and I'm going to add it to the back of the diamond. I go all the way around the edge and a little bit in the center to make sure that it's not going to have any saggy middles. Trimming those with my small Spellbinders scissors, I removed the backing of the foam tape and I'm placing this in the center of my card panel. I'm also going to add foam tape behind my flower, but now remember, I do have some additional leaves and sprigs that I want to add. So I am just taking little dabs of glue and I'm tucking them behind my flower. Now it was kind of hard to get that to stick to the tape. So as long as it was kind of tacked in place, I'm going to take some more of the Best Ever craft tape and I'm going to take those sprigs down so they stay in place. Now, this is something that's optional as well. You don't have to have these extra leaves or sprigs. I just really liked kind of filling that out a little bit. So once I filled that out, I removed the backing of the foam tape and I'm going to place this in the center of my diamond, trying to make sure that those extra areas I filled in are going diagonally across my card. I had one more little lonely leaf cluster that I forgot to add, so that one I added glue to, and I'm just adding it right directly to my diamond. I also have my sentiment here, the happy birthday, and I'm going to add some small strips of foam tape behind that, and then place that kind of down towards the bottom. I didn't want to cover the center of my flowers because that was really what I was working on, was making sure my centers are kind of that darker shade of red. So I placed that more down towards the bottom. And then that is going to finish off my card project for today. So I love this die set. It was so super easy to create with. It creates a gorgeous focal point. So I really do love this. I hope you enjoyed it too and got some inspiration out of it. I will have all of my supplies that I used today in the video linked down below in the video description, along with a link to my blog where you'll find some more pictures. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you again soon.